Welcome to my new vlog. It's been a while. So, I have a new camera, as you can tell. Looks pretty darn good, right? It's the Canon Rebel T3i. And I actually have already uploaded a film with it. If you haven't already checked it out, check it out up here. Anyways, so it's clearly been a while since I've updated this channel, so I figure I'm gonna tell y'all what's been going on this semester at college. So this year I was taking speech class, biology, healthy life skills, and history of the U.S. since 1877. So I'm gonna just kind of talk about each one of those, let y'all know how it's all been for me, because you're so interested in my life. Anyway, starting with speech class. Obviously, I have been working on my speech making skills because I am here making a speech for you guys. Well, it's more like a conversation, but I do have an outline, so I'm going to be a little more organized and focused. And that's mainly what I learned in the speech class, is to be organized and focused, which is cool. I like being able to formulate my thoughts. Now, that isn't to say that it wasn't nerve-wracking the first couple of times I did it, doing speeches and speech class. Probably the worst speech I gave was the impromptu speech. I had zero preparation, and I'm a guy, I am neurotic about my preparation, so going into an impromptu speech with no preparation was just like literally at one point I had to talk about what did I have? Oh, my favorite sport. Oh joy, I'm really into sports. And it went for 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. And I did kind of like I'm doing now, you know, except for longer. I was staring off into the distance like, and I didn't know what to say. At a certain point, I was just what they call it BSing, is you try to fill the time. So anyway, that's speech class. So obviously I'm doing a little better now. I'm doing a little better. Now, onto biology. Biology, ooh, fun. Biology was, it was just biology. Some of it was interesting. You know, we got to talk about I said that weird, sexual health. And we got to divulge into certain reproductive parts, and that was interesting. You know, the professor was like, and this is the scrotum. He's an old guy with a mustache, and he kind of looks like Dr. Phil. Pretty funny. So, you know, biology, study of life, cells, that kind of boring stuff. Healthy life skills. Health class. This was interesting. I learned a lot about nutrition, you know, fitness, healthy stuff. Learned that health is more than just about the outer, and it's also about the inner, so mental health counts. And I find that very interesting, because I'm a very, like I said before, neurotic kind of guy. So I found the information useful, unlike most people who complain. So history of the U.S. since 1877. Oh man, woo, cramp. Oh my god, God, that was a bad cramp. I don't know. I'm gonna spend on this, but it was a pretty bad cramp. My shoulder was like, you just get stuck like that. It's like, it was that bad. So, on to health. So I was talking about health. Was I? Did I finish it? Oh, history. Talking about history. History was pretty good. Interesting. The class kind of threw me off at first because of all the quizzes and tests were online, so I could do it from the comfort of my own home, and I didn't even have to have a textbook, which was annoying. But I read the textbook anyway because it was kind of fun. I got to kind of check out the history and kind of spot out like, oh look, it's the 1960s now. That's where my parents were born. I found that interesting. And I got to learn about the Gulf War and how Lincoln died. And basically everything, civil rights. It's alright. I just kind of find learning the information fascinating. And what do I spend my free time? I've been spending a lot of my free time lately. I have been spending my free time playing music on the piano. I've been learning how to improvise, like jazz improv. I've been like diversifying by going to the library. My music taste. I've been diversifying my music taste by going to the library, getting tracks. So it's kind of fun. I like music. It's cool. I've also been, practicing my singing because I want to improve my singing voice. Because I'm the worship leader at my church / congregation. That's another story and another video. Driver's license. That's right. I've been driving. It's crazy. First time taking that test was insane. Goodness gracious. That test was like, it was out in the country, and so this road went straight through the town. And all along the speed was changing down the road, and so I was like meticulously watching the speedometer so I could get everything right. And yeah, first time driving alone was awesome. I drove to Walmart and I got groceries. That was fun. And then my mom asks, so how was the drive? And I'm like, oh, you know what? It was peaceful. And then she was like, don't you sass me. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. It's nice not having parents in the car with you. I should have gotten my license, I admit, a long time ago. It wasn't due, but I'm a major procrastinator, so I didn't do it for a long time. Yeah. Moving on. I've also been reading a book about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Pretty interesting stuff. I kind of got lost halfway through the book and returned it, but I actually learned some really good things in there. Learned how to really just, put a more positive spin on things in my mind. Going back to before, I was kind of neurotic. That's part of what it is. So in conclusion, I've talked about my semester, and I've talked about the dogs again. Ah!